So I believe that we should kick off with a welcome address. And I already mentioned her name. She's Zipporah Muskoyi. She's the Regional Coordinator, Education for Sustainable Development, WWF Africa. Zipporah, you have the floor. You might want to start by telling us a bit more about yourself and also telling us about your organization. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, so greetings to you all. You've been told my names. I'm Zipporah Muskoyi-Webola. I coordinate the Education for Sustainable Development Program on behalf of WWF from the Africa region. And I'm very honored to be part of this workshop. And I'm very happy to welcome you all to this meeting. So, yes, I take this opportunity to welcome you all to this Green Growth workshop that is being held today, which marks the World Environment Day and hosted by our partner organization, Green Growth Africa. So a happy World Environment Day to you all. And I want to urge you after this meeting, I hope you will go out somewhere and make your hands dirty and do something for the environment, even if it's planting a tree or cleaning up something, even after we've held these deliberations. So I'll tell you a little bit about WWF and how we are involved in all this. So the Worldwide Fund for Nature, which is WWF, in Africa is implementing the Africa Youth Transformational Leadership Program, whose goal is to mobilize and empower a critical mass of young people to drive the transformational change towards green economies and sustainable development in the continent. Now, this program is anchored under 4 pillars to include advancing policy, capacity building, green entrepreneurship, and networking platforms. WWF has partnered with several Pan-African youth networks with a continental spread in different countries, all working with their member civil society organization partners to advance the sustainable development agenda in Africa. We are working with different Pan-African networks that have a continental spread in different countries with their member civil society organization partners to advance the sustainable development agenda in Africa, and also through the 4 pillars I mentioned earlier on, which include advancing policy, capacity building, green entrepreneurship, and also networking platforms. Now, I would like to point out that WWF did not dictate to these youth organizations on what to do, but rather we have supported them to implement their strategic plans aligned to promoting conservation, sound natural resource governance, and the sustainable development agenda towards the SDG goals at 2030. So this has enabled us to support innovative youth-led ideas like the Green Growth Africa networking platform set up by the Green Growth Africa Sustainability Network that is hosting this webinar today. Now, WWF Africa Youth Transformational Program, through its advancing policy pillar, we have strived to support youth civil society organizations to contribute to global policy processes by ensuring youth engage and contribute to keep policies at local, national, regional, and global levels. So this has been through the development of policy papers, policy briefs, and youth also sitting at policy negotiation tables to ensure their ideas and recommendations are taken into consideration. I would like to urge all the CSOs present here to ensure that they are part of the ongoing revision processes by national governments of their national biodiversity action plans towards aligning their biodiversity plans towards the new global biodiversity framework, and also updating their national determined contributions towards the Paris, the 1.5 degrees Celsius agreement, such that when you get the opportunity to attend the upcoming conference of parties, just to mention, for example, COP16 on biodiversity and COP28 on climate, that you are already conversant with your country policy positions and also regional positions, and be a strong, united voice for your countries and region during those key global policy meetings. So you should also encouraging you to ensure that you participate also in the development of position papers, which are inclusive, and advocate for their inclusion at global events, such that we ensure that we have the youth voice is heard also at policy decision-making processes. So I would also want to urge civil society organizations to ensure that they also work towards ensuring that we translate policy into transformative actions on the ground. Now, this underpins the green entrepreneurship pillar of the Africa Youth Transformational Leadership Program that recognize 60% of Africa's unemployed population comprises of the youth. So we encourage the youth to wear their innovative hats and create green social enterprises as they seek nature-based solutions to address the triple planetary crisis of climate change, pollution, and biodiversity loss. The Green Growth Africa DG Hub and networking platform provides the space for sharing such innovations. So I would like to urge Green Growth Africa, who are hosting this webinar, to create a space within their online platform that links young entrepreneurs who have green innovations with investors whom they can partner with to transform their ideas into sustainable businesses and further upscaling. This should be coupled with patenting and copyright. And of course, this will help to create green jobs by the youth themselves, even as we encourage organizations to bring their businesses, as we talk about moving towards net zero carbon, such that the new industries, the new innovations in industries will create green jobs that can be able to absorb our young populations. So as they do that, we will also encourage you to also be the future employers through your green enterprises and your innovations. So we welcome you all to this Green Growth workshop, and that seeks to deliberate on a wide range of topics, cutting across advocacy, policy making, ground actions with key underlying principles to include a human rights-based approach. So thank you very much. We welcome you. Feel free to contribute, write as much comments as you wish on the chat, and we will be able to respond to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Zipporah, and thank you for the call to Green Africa to create that link so that young people are able to have the right connections to be able to make